Hare Krishna. So we have gone through the 18th chapter, Shloka by Shloka. Now let's do the complete chapter summary. Let's go through the complete chapter summary. All the shlokas at one go, all the 78 shlokas at one go. So let's begin. So firstly, what is the connection of 18th chapter with other chapters in Bhagavad-gita? If you properly analyze, the Bhagavad-gita actually ends at 17th chapter. But then Krishna very mercifully, he summarizes entire Bhagavad-gita in the 18th chapter. So let's see the entire chapter at one go now. So the first section, that is from Shloka number 1 to 12, Krishna is talking about freedom from bondage through Karma Yoga. And in the first Shloka, Arjuna is asking a question. He is inquiring about sannyasa and tyaga. And then Krishna starts answering. From Shloka number 2, Sri Bhagavano Vacha, it starts. And till Shloka number 6, Krishna is actually defining sannyasa and tyaga. And then Krishna talks about what other people talk about sannyasa and tyaga. And then finally he gives his ultimate opinion. And then from Shloka number 7 to Shloka number 9, Krishna is describing renunciation in three modes. Mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. Like here, in Shloka number 7, he is saying that if one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusion, it's renunciation mode of ignorance. Anyone who gives up prescribed duties are troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort, then it is the renunciation in the mode of passion. And Shloka number 9, it says, when one performs his prescribed duty only because it is ought to be done as a duty, such a renunciation is in the mode of goodness. In the mode of goodness, the person renounces the fruits and the material association. Now from Shloka number 10 to 12, Krishna is talking about the wise and true renunciant. So a lot of wonderful points the Lord is making here. And finally, the next section from Shloka number 13 to 17, there are some very important technical points which Krishna is making. He is talking about the 5 causes or 5 factors of action. So in Shloka number 14, he makes it very clear. Adhishthanam, that is the body. Tatha Karta, the doer, that is all of us. Karanam, the senses. And then Karanam cha prithak vidam, vividam cha prithak cheshta, the different kinds of endeavor. And Daivam, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These are the 5 factors of action. And then he is speaking about various different things like doership and non-doership mentalities in Shloka number 16 and 17. And then he is talking about from Shloka number 18 and 19, Krishna is talking about 3 motivators and 3 constituents of action. So this we have seen this elaborately. That is the knowledge, object of knowledge and the knower. So these are the 3 factors that motivate the action. And the senses, work and the doer are the constituents of action. So here actually Krishna is beginning a different section from Shloka number 18 onwards till 40. Krishna is describing the modes control all activities in all beings. So different things Krishna has described in 3 modes of material nature. Like for example, from 20 to 22, Shloka number 20 to 22, Krishna is describing the knowledge in 3 modes. So the knowledge by which one undivided spiritual nature is seen in the living entities, that's in mode of goodness. Like that we have in passion and ignorance also, which Krishna is describing. And then from Shloka number 23 to 25, Krishna is describing the work or action in 3 modes, the karma in 3 modes. So where I'll just talk about the mode of goodness. The action which is regulated and which is performed without attachment, without love or hatred and without desire for fruitive results is said to be in the mode of goodness. And the mode of passion and ignorance shlokas are following here. Then Shloka number 26 to 28, Krishna is talking about the worker or karta in the 3 modes, 26 to 28. One who performs his duty without association with the modes of material nature, without false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm, without wavering in success and failure, is said to be the worker in the mode of goodness. And the person who is attached to the work, always envious, impure, moved by joy and sorrow, is in the mode of passion. Mode of ignorance, I think now we know it very clearly. The one who is lazy, expert at cheating, materialistic, obstinate, expert in insulting others, that such a karta or a worker comes in the mode of ignorance. Now from Shloka number 29 to 32, Krishna is talking about intelligence or understanding in three modes of material nature. Where he is saying that understanding by which one knows what ought to be done and what ought not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating, is in the mode of goodness. And like that, in the mode of passion, that understanding by which we cannot differentiate between religion and irreligion, or the action and forbidden actions, such is the mode of passion, understanding the mode of passion. And the worst thing, understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be religion, that comes in the category of mode of ignorance. And then from Shloka number 33 to 35, Krishna is talking about determination in three modes, where he says that determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice, and which thus controls the activities of the mind, life and senses, is determination in the mode of goodness. And now one common theme that we will find is, in the mode of passion, it will talk about that which holds fast to fruitive results in religion. So this is something which will be common in all the mode of passion things. When the attachment is to the fruitive results, that will be in the mode of passion. And here, in the mode of ignorance, we will find terms like illusion, moroseness, fear, laziness. So all that will come in the mode of ignorance. Now from Shloka number 36 to 40, it describes the happiness in the three modes. I am sure we remember this. In the mode of goodness, the happiness is like, initially it will look like poison, and towards the end it will become amrita, nectar. In the passion, initially it will look like amrita, that is nectar, and later it becomes visha or poison. And when it comes to the mode of ignorance, from start to end, it is just ignorance, that is just poison and nothing else. Nor the person is benefited, or the other people with him, they are benefited. So this is the happiness in the three modes, and obviously there are a lot of wonderful qualities also given here in the shlokas associated with it. Then there's a next section from Shloka number 41 to 48, which talks about purification through prescribed duties of varnashrama. So here Krishna actually helps us to understand the qualities of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So here the qualities of Brahmana are given in Shloka number 42, which says peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom and religiousness. And the qualities of the person as Kshatriya: heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity and leadership. And when it comes to Vaishya, his activities are what? Farming, cow protection and business. And Shudras, they are laborers. And the important thing is, they serve the others, the first three class basically. And then Krishna is talking from 45th shloka to 48th shloka, the importance of sticking to one's prescribed duty. So Krishna is inspiring Arjuna to stick on to one's prescribed duty and do the duty without any attachment. So where he is saying, by the worship of the Lord, who is the source of all being and who is all pervading, a man can attain perfection through performing his own work. So he is explaining that how by rendering or carrying out prescribed duties, one can attain perfection. Obviously, as we have discussed in the previous chapters, that is a very, very slow process as compared to devotional service. Now the next section that Krishna is talking about is from Shloka number 49 up till 55. Krishna is talking about the Brahman platform. This is a confidential knowledge that he is giving. 49 to 53, Krishna is talking about the perfect stage of sannyas and the process of attaining Brahman. So he is describing this concept here. So where he is saying in Shloka number 49, one who is self-controlled and unattached and who disregards all material enjoyments can obtain by practice of renunciation the highest perfect stage of freedom from renunciation. And we see in this Shloka number 51 to 53, we have the processes of attaining Brahman or self-realization. A lot of wonderful points are mentioned here, like for example, giving up the objects of sense gratification, who eats little, who controls his body, mind and power of speech, who is always in trance and who is detached, who is free from false ego, false strength, false pride, lust, anger, etc. So wonderful points are made here about the process. And Shloka number 54 and 55 talks about from Brahma Bhuta stage to Bhakti. How a person can go from Brahma Bhuta stage to Bhakti, by which one can know Krishna and attain Krishna's abode. The very, very famous Shloka, Shloka number 54. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samha sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labhate param. The one who has reached the Brahman platform is free from lamentation and hankering. Na shochati, na kankshati. Na shochati, no lamentation. Na kankshati, no hankering. Such a person is qualified. Here Krishna is saying, such a person is qualified or attains pure devotional service unto the Lord. And by the way, sama sarveshu bhuteshu. He is equipoised or equally disposed towards each and every living entity. Then Krishna, towards the end now, from Shloka number 56 to 66, Krishna is talking about pure bhakti, acting in Krishna consciousness. Like 56 to 60, Krishna is describing about what happens when someone is working in Krishna consciousness and what happens when someone is not working in Krishna consciousness. And at some shlokas, Krishna is very heavy. So here, Krishna is saying, he is instructing Arjuna, in all activities, just depend upon me and work always under my protection. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. Then, in Shloka number 58, he is very heavy, where he is saying, if you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. But if you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. So Krishna is very clear that you have to follow the instruction that is given. And then from Shloka number 61 to 63, Krishna is talking about surrendering to the super soul. See, knowledge of Brahman is called as confidential knowledge. Knowledge of super soul is called as the more confidential knowledge. So 61 to 63, Krishna is talking about that. He is describing that how he is situated in each and every living entity's heart as Paramatma, and he is controlling their activities. So in this way, he is describing and finally telling surrender onto the super soul. But then it's a more confidential knowledge. But what about the most confidential knowledge? That Krishna gives from Shloka number 64 to 66. So 65, the 65th Shloka is a Shloka which Krishna has already told in 9th chapter, last Shloka, 34th Shloka. And again he is repeating that to emphasize the importance of it. Manmana, think of me. Bhava madbhakto, become my devotee. Madhyaji, worship me. And mam namaskaru. That is, pay obeisances to me. And by doing this, you will surely come back to me. I promise you, in this Shloka, 65th Shloka, is saying, I promise you because you are my dear friend or you are my dear devotee. And then Krishna gives the final, the essence of the entire Bhagavad-gita. That is Shloka number 66. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami masucha. Give up all varieties of religion. Whatever I have taught till now, forget about all that. Just surrender unto me alone. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. And what will you do, Krishna, if I surrender unto you? I'll take care of all your sins, don't worry. And he's saying, Ma Sucha, don't worry. That line, that word is very, very important. Don't worry. He's giving that confidence. If you surrender unto me, I will surely take care. Don't worry. And then, towards the end now, from Shloka number 67 to 78, is the conclusion. Now Krishna has spoken Sanjaya has heard. He's speaking to Dhritarashtra and he's ecstatic. He's very much ecstatic. And he's feeling so happy. And finally, in that happiness, he also tells something which shatters the heart of Dhritarashtra. So to be more specific, from Shloka number 67 to 71, Krishna is glorifying. He is glorifying the study and teachings of Bhagavad-gita. So Krishna is telling that whom should this knowledge be given to, whom this knowledge shouldn't be given to, and who is very, very dear to Krishna. So Krishna made it very clear. Anyone who preaches this message of Gita to the devotees, they are very, very, very dear to him. And he also again repeats and says, there is no one as dear to me as that person, as that living entity. And then from Shloka number 72 to 73, realization of Arjuna is there, wherein Arjuna is telling, Nashto moha smritir labdha. Finally, all my illusion is gone, all my doubts are gone, now I am ready. Karishye vachanam tava. I am ready to follow your instructions. And then starts Sanjaya's ecstasies. From 74th Shloka till 78th. Very, very happy, very ecstatic. And finally, in the 78th Shloka, Sanjaya is telling Dhritarashtra that wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is Arjun, there, naturally, there will be opulence, extraordinary power, victory and morality. So, he told Dhritarashtra clearly that there is no chance of your sons winning this battle. The victory is on the side of Pandavas. So, forget about your sons taking over this kingdom or they being victorious. So in this way, Krishna has spoken this entire 18th chapter, which is actually the summary of entire Bhagavad-gita. And I'm sure there are so many life lessons that we have learnt. It gives me a lot of pleasure to say that finally we have completed Bhagavad-gita. So we have started this a couple of years back now. And then with so much of endeavor of various devotees, we have come to a stage where we can say, yes, we have completed Bhagavad-gita. So we have seen shloka by shloka each and every chapter. And then towards the end of chapter, we have also summarized the chapters. So all the 18th chapter, there are videos which talks about the summary of each chapter. So say we want to revise, we can go back to those summary videos and we can listen and we can get a hold of entire chapter. And if there are some concepts which are not clear, we can go back to that specific video and we can watch and get that concept cleared. So I'm very, very grateful to all the devotees involved in this team of Shloka a day. Now specifically I would like to mention some devotees who have been helping me a lot. So my cameraman, Charu Krishna Prabhu, so he has been my constant companion, always helping me. Then editing, so the conch shell sound that comes with the first slide and the shloka. So all that editing was done by Hemavarna Nitai Prabhu and Shashi Mukha Gaurang Prabhu. So wonderfully they have done this for so many videos. See, 1 or 2 videos means okay, it's like 600 plus videos. And then we have Chandru Prabhu, who was taking care of the website where these different videos were getting uploaded. Then we have Srinidhi Gaurhari Prabhu, who was sending out the messages every single day, in different WhatsApp groups, to publish these videos. And then yes, Mohini Anuradha Mataji and her entire team of 20 plus devotees. Can you imagine? They have made quiz for each and every video. It's not ordinary. It's not ordinary. 600 plus videos are there and they have made quiz for each and every video, and I've got feedback saying that these quiz are really very, very, very interesting because that summarizes and it also helps one to understand that how much that person has understood the entire shloka. Really very grateful to them. And obviously, all the viewers, all of you all. Now I see that these videos have become viral. They're going to so many different countries all around the world and people are watching it. And I'm feeling very, very grateful. Now people give the credit to us, but then the credit goes to Srila Prabhupada. Because if you see in all the videos, what I've done is I've held this Bhagavad-gita as it is, and I've been reading the purports of Srila Prabhupada and just explaining that. So it's all glory to Srila Prabhupada. And through this Shloka Day endeavor, I have at least realized that how powerful the purports of Srila Prabhupada are. There have been people who are watching these videos, and just by watching these videos, they have become devotees. They have started chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They have given up intoxication, meat eating, and all the other illicit activities. So I can just imagine and just try to comprehend by my little intelligence that how wonderful and pure Prabhupada's teachings are. And obviously, without the blessings of my superiors like Harikshetra Prabhu and others, this endeavor wouldn't have been a successful endeavor. So once again, thank you very much. By the way, our series don't stop here. We have completed a series called Shloka a Day. Now we are going to start a series called Q&A with Kartikeya Das. I have been not able to answer your questions much during these entire Shloka Day time. But then I thought, let me start a new series where you all can post your questions and I'll give an elaborate answer on that through Shastra, specifically through Prabhupada's purports. So once again, thank you very much. Please keep me in your prayers. I'm sure that even if you have got little benefit, please give me my commission. Please pray for me that I become a nice devotee and attain Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.